Hello and welcome to News Review from BBC Learning English. I'm Georgina and today I'm joined by Catherine. Hi Catherine.
Hello Georgina, hello everybody. Today's story comes from London. It's about the London Marathon.
Don't forget, if you want to test yourself on today's vocabulary, go to bbclearningenglish.com and you'll find a quiz. Now let's hear more about this story from BBC Radio 1 News.
And organisers of yesterday's London Marathon say they're incredibly proud it went ahead during a pandemic. Thousands of runners took part following their own routes across the country, including 87-year-old Ken Jones in County Tyrone, who finished in just under 8 hours.
Yes, so the London Marathon should have happened earlier this year. It was delayed due to the coronavirus pandemic. It finally happened last weekend. Now, only the elite runners were actually in London running. The rest of the competitors were running wherever they were in the world. Everybody came together online to experience this fantastic event. Ken Jones, at 87 years old, joined in and he took 8 hours to complete the marathon, a fantastic achievement. So, Georgina, marathon runner are you?
Yes, I am. Well, I've done one and I know how hard it is. It took me over 5 hours. So congratulations to everyone who competed in the London Marathon 2020 on Sunday. Right, Catherine, we've got 3 words and expressions you can use to talk about this story.
That's right, and today's 3 words are virtual, braves and heartwarming.
Yes, virtual, braves and heartwarming. Let's have a look at your first headline, Catherine.
Of course. Now we're starting in the UK today with The Guardian. The headline, strangest ever London Marathon is a virtual hit with 43,000 runners.
Virtual, similar but not completely the same. So, Catherine, is it an adjective?
It is an adjective, Georgina. It's spelt virtual. The pronunciation is virtual and it has a lovely ch sound in the middle. Can you demonstrate for us?
Virtual.
Virtual, yes. So, virtual means, if something is similar but not the real thing. Now, we use this word a lot of the time to describe things that happen on computers, either on a computer that you're using or in a kind of joined up way where you're looking online and talking to other people on the internet. So this marathon didn't really happen the way it's supposed to. It wasn't 43,000 people in London, but by the magic of technology, everybody ran in different places, but they joined together. So online, you had the experience of 43,000 people. So not 100% real, but it was made realish in the IT world.
Yeah, so it was. They created a virtual world for this marathon, didn't they?
They did. And there's other words you can use as well as virtual world. You can have, as you said, a virtual marathon. You can have a virtual conference where everybody joins together online. You can have a virtual meeting. You can have a virtual concert. And there's been lots of virtual events happening because of lockdown. Things that normally happen in real life have been happening virtually on the internet.
And can you only use it with things that are online or computer based?
Well, no, I mean, that's the main use of the word now, but you can use it for things in real life, which are almost the same as other things in real life. So, for example, during the lockdown, Georgina, how did you cope with not leaving the house?
Well, it was hard because I hardly left the house at all. I didn't see people I wanted to see because I wasn't allowed. So I actually did feel like a virtual prisoner.
A virtual prisoner. So you weren't actually in an actual prison with high security and guards and electric fences and everything.
No, I had no prison officer at my door and I could actually open my door. But because of lockdown, our movements were restricted and the people we were allowed to see was also restricted. So I felt like I was a prisoner.
Very good. A virtual prisoner, but now you're free, Georgina. Free-ish.
Free-ish, yes, for now. So that's great. Let's have a look at our summary slide. So if you want to know more about adjectives, then you can watch one of our shows called The Grammar Game Show.
That's right. Just click the link and you'll go straight to the show.
Great. So, Catherine, let's have a look at your second headline.
Yes, still in the UK with The Sun, the headline, Eileen Noble, 85, braves torrential rain to become oldest woman to complete 2020 London Marathon despite the pandemic.
Braves. Deals with a difficult situation with courage.
Yes, Braves, braves. Now, brave is normally an adjective and it means without fear or not showing fear when something is scary. So something horrible happens and you're not afraid, you're brave. Or you do something because even though you're afraid, you're brave. Now, this is the verb form, braves. And if you brave something, you deal with it. Even though it's difficult and scary, you become strong and brave and you do it anyway. Like this lady, 85 years old. It's raining, it's cold, the weather's horrible, but she's out there running and running and running. That takes some strength and courage, doesn't it, Georgina?
It does, because the weather was terrible on Sunday. So she very much had to feel very courageous and, really push herself to do it, I'm sure.
That's right. And we can use to brave, the verb to brave, with all kinds of weather. You can brave the wind, you can brave the rain, you can brave the heat. And it means you go out there and do whatever you have to do, even though the weather's pretty tough.
Can you use it with other words which are not associated with the weather?
You can, yeah, absolutely. Anything that's kind of difficult and scary, but you get brave and you do it, you can brave it. You can brave a scary meeting with your boss. You can brave a first date if you're a nervous dater. You can brave rush hour traffic when the traffic's really bad. You can brave crowds if there's hundreds and hundreds of people, you can brave the crowds.
Right, let's have a look at our summary slide. If you want to watch more videos about marathons, we've got lots, haven't we, Catherine?
We have, including this one about running marathons and how it is good for the health of your heart. So just click the link and you'll go straight there.
Right, Catherine, let's have a look at your next headline.
Yes, we're off to the Express now, still here in the UK. The headline, Prince Harry inspires London Marathon runners in heartwarming surprise. So down to earth.
Heartwarming, bringing happiness and pleasure.
Yes, so we've got two parts to this word. It's all one word. And you've got heart, H-E-A-R-T, and then warming, W-A-R-M-I-N-G. So heart and warm are the two words we're looking at. Okay, so yes, the heart, Georgina. What do we associate the heart with?
Well, we associate it with love, but also we can associate it with feeling very sad as well. It's a real emotional part of our body.
Yes, happy, sad, angry, scared, it's all to do with the heart, isn't it? But if something warms your heart, if something is heart-warming, it makes you feel good about things. It makes you feel happy. It makes you think the world is a better place. And you often refer to the idea of something being heartwarming when somebody does something or you see something or something happens and you feel good about it. So, Georgina, when was the last heartwarming moment that you experienced?
Well, it was a bit ago. It was during lockdown when my neighbour came round and left me at my door a cream tea, and we actually had it not virtually. We had it over the fence in the patios at the back. So it was really nice. It was socially distanced, but it made me feel really positive about what, in a terrible situation.
Very nice, lovely, heartwarming gesture from your neighbour. So everybody, give your neighbour something nice and it'll warm their hearts.
Definitely. Right, so let's have a look at the summary slide. Right, Catherine, could you recap the vocabulary, please?
Most certainly, we had virtual, similar but not completely the same. Braves deals with a difficult situation with courage, and heartwarming, bringing happiness and pleasure.
Right, if you want to test yourself on today's vocabulary, you can have a look at our quiz on our website, bbclearningenglish.com. We're all over social media as well. Thanks for joining us and see you soon. Bye.
Bye.